Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rose like investigated. Hello, Everybody, welcome. So, guys, of course, this is not the time. Can you believe we're living through these times? This is not obviously not the time to celebrate, right? But I thought, and I hope you don't mind. I must. Okay, I did like 4 live streams in the last 24 hours or something like that. I don't know, or posted 4 videos, right? She's a normal, very normal times, very normal times. So, 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 guys, can you believe it? In a way. So I was like really interested in doing it today. Okay, um, what's going on? So because I feel, guys, I really wanted. Okay, I really wanted to have this conversation, guys. Because I there's a lot going on. Okay, for some reason I don't know if I feel it's very unpredictable. Okay, everything feels like it's up in the air. I have a lot of hope. Okay, and I feel like I've said before earlier today that this is a time for us to not be afraid. It's scary, but we have to look at what is difficult to look at. Okay, and I think and I think it's like it is what it is. Okay, but the most important thing is that we're not afraid. We don't be afraid of what's happening. Okay, and I think I was thinking about it, guys, before it started today. I was thinking, okay, oh, here's my thing. Sorry. I was thinking that that basically I was like, okay, so here. Okay, I changed it. It's difficult question because of cards. I got some cards out, so it's easier if I lay them out like this, I realize. So anyway, so it's important that we project the things that we want and that we really believe in peace and resolution, because I think this guys, somebody, I forgot who was it that asked me how close are we are to, how worse could it get. Remember, somebody, I think it might have been Christine, I don't remember exactly, but somebody asked how worse is. I said it's going to get worse, and I don't know I mean, I still think there's no bottom for many of these people. Okay, but still I think I kind of feel like this is one of the things they want is to create a lot of chaos and instability. Okay, so this is a situation. Okay, this is a situation. This is a situation for of like I said, like the main thing that you can have to remember is to don't not be afraid. Okay, and if you think about how we got to this point, is that the moment something was uncomfortable, we didn't want to look at it, and that's where we are today. We have to learn to look at things that are difficult to look at, and look. Don't look away. Don't pre you know what I mean? I think this is how we looked away, and that's how we got to today, because we didn't. I mean, I'm not saying it's not about blaming or anything like that. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? We didn't prioritize this. We didn't prioritize the well-being of, right, of African. I mean, it's not controversial to say, guys, right? So I feel like I think these people that are doing these things have nothing to do with the legit protests. Okay, this was true the first day that it happened in Minneapolis, and it looks like now. I just wanted to say I was watching the news conference. It was really nice. It was with was the mayor of St. Paul. Okay, and he was saying that if at first they thought they were all not from here, and then it turns out that it was partially true. So I found this woman on Twitter. I'm sorry I didn't link. She found that the arrest, how she calculated that she looked at the arrest records or in the last 24 hours for certain things that were related to the protests. So some people were from there, but a lot of them were not, and there were a lot of fake addresses. Okay, so clearly it's not. In any case, I don't think any of you think, it's not related to the real protests. So this is the thing. They're trying to. This is like it's not enough that all this stuff happened to George Floyd, right? It's like they were now trying to hijack the situation and create chaos on top of it. To say, and I just want to say just my impressions, guys. Also, for example, I late last night I told you I posted that video that I found. Okay, the video of those people that turned out to be quote unquote Church of God. I don't know much about them, and that's not the point. But the point I wanted to say here is that it went viral. Okay, I did not make the video. I found it. Okay, but it went viral. Okay, and so, but I wanted to say is that the troll comments. This is what I want to say. I as you know, I monitor all the comments. So and the people that I don't know, I have to approve their post. So they would say things like, oh, it's horrible, let's kill them. Like, they were clearly trying to incite violence, and it was so fake. It was obvious to me that it was fake. I could tell. You could tell, because, guys, how it's fake, because it's always about, whenever anybody, and this is a question of, grammatical syntax. Okay. When people attack others, it's not about the content, it's about the attack. That's why I'm so suspicious of, there's a lot of these channels that call themselves left, but ultimately they're always about finding somebody to blame, yelling at someone, and that does not feel right. Okay, so that's the thing. What I mean to say is that they clearly want, some would say, I'm familiar with these types of people, those tropes. Okay, and some others were like, oh, I just want to steal some sneakers. Like, clearly it was fake. Okay, some of them were inciting violence, the others were like, oh, it's so fake, all these gang people. Do you want these gang people in your community? Clearly, you know what I mean? It was obvious. So, in other words, it's planned. There's a planning thing there. Okay. And then you look at some I saw, randomly found this, there was this thing of the people they arrested were these kids. They look like gamers. Okay. These teenagers, these white teenagers, it's like those people that spend a lot of time online. It's a typical trolls. Like, trolls online are like this. They get influenced, and they show up because they're easy to, they're the people that you can influence to do these things. So it's a very complex issue, guys. Okay, and this is sorry, I do need to drink. So I had to open the window. It's very hot. Okay, I turn off the some air conditioning on and off. I have to turn it off because otherwise you hear it in the recording. Okay. But I think, it's a very volatile time, as you know. Okay, so I said before, just say it again. The thing to do now is, obviously, we don't want anybody to go out there at this, this stage, is to not have fear, and to project the light, and to think of the things you want to happen, and they can happen. But the most important thing is that you're not afraid, and you don't buy into fear mongering. Okay, that is the most important thing. I don't care who said. Sometimes, like, oh, a reader or whoever. I don't care who said it. Fear is the is the telltale sign of falsehood. Okay, honestly. So this is a thing. Okay, so that would start. Okay, guys, but I'm like, I have so many questions. If you don't mind, okay, let me get started there. I've enumerated the questions. Okay, so I'm going to start. Okay, guys, because there's a lot of questions. And thank you for, I know some of you probably, like, not that many of you are on. That's, of course, totally okay. There's not the point. The point is, like, if you want to, this is going to be up. So I just have so many questions, and I just feel, do you feel, guys? I feel like I feel like something could happen. This is a very volatile night, and things could happen this week. And I feel like Monday, who knows, Monday it will be a completely different era or something. We don't know. So that's why I wanted to do today. And on Audrey, her grandson could come anytime. Let me find. Okay, so let me ask for protection. They don't have, we start conversations. Okay, so I'll let ask for protection. Beautiful light, huh? Coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. Step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I step into it. I feel connected. I like to ask that informations come only from the highest sources. That it create the good, huh? And only the good, huh? The good for the good people. Good for the good people. Okay. So Audrey, okay, just wanted to say something. Informations. So like, so I know you said that your grandson is about to be born. Can I tell you what I felt, what I see, Audrey, in terms of timing? I think is within the next 24 hours, right? It's very soon. I feel like for some reason I see, right before the daylight comes. Right before the daylight comes, around 4:30 a.m. I don't know if you, is there, what is it? Is she at the hospital? What's going on? Because I see that by the time the sun comes up, the baby has been born. But it's kind of like, late, around 4 a.m., after 4 a.m., or like between 4 and 6 a.m., something like that. Okay. Um, okay. And because like I said, I do not think it's like, it's when it's getting dark, it's when it's getting light out. Okay. So I don't, okay. Okay. So I was thinking, so Audrey, where is your daughter? in law? Is she in the hospital, or how's I'm just, with all this curfew situation, make sure that you're, what I mean, like that would be complicated. How do you get to the, I'm sure that of course, you could go to the hot, nobody's gonna, but just in case, okay. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be okay, but that's what I'm saying. That's my sense, okay? So she's on the way. Okay, good. She is on the way to the hospital. Yeah, because of COVID, they will shut down. Okay, good. Yeah, so I think it's like it's gonna be in the middle of the night, okay? But I think it's good that she gets there. It's good that she gets there now. Okay, waits, does whatever, however they do it. I don't know. Okay. By the morning, the baby will have. Wow, is that crazy? This is good. And I see like he's very healthy. Okay, he's like this. Like, yeah, he's very. You talked about it, right? He's very big. He's very athletic and big and full of life. He's like, yeah, what's up? Like, he's just very excited. He's just like fun and like, excited about. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming soon. Coming soon. So, and he just has a very positive kind of personality. He's very like uplift. I don't know how to explain it. How else to explain it? So excited about the world. Okay, this child. So most children are, but just that has a personality, specific personality that I think it's, that person who like lifts up others. Okay, lifts up others. He's like that, funny and like lightweight. Even though he's big, he's very lightweight. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be a big, like athletic, you know, you know, like big for his. Those children that are like the tallest of their age group and stuff like that. Even, you know what I mean? So so anyway. So excited. So yeah, keep us updated, okay, Audrey. Keep us updated, okay. So yeah, so this is nice. It's nice to hear from Audrey because also, guys, this is like, wow, no one can leave the room. Have to quarantine hospital until he is born. No one can leave. It's okay, it's worth it, right? Right, Audrey. It's like you do what you can because it's a good thing. Mm. So 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 let's just send the energy for her daughter-in-law. What is her name? Do you mind if I just a first name or nickname Audrey for her daughter-in-law to send her? Okay, the mother to make sure she's good. I think she's good. She's doing good. Anyway, so hi, so we're talking about Audrey. Audrey is gonna have a grandson coming, right? So anyway, so yeah, I think she's good. She's protected. It's good. It's good. Hmm. Guys, it's crazy. I hear so many helicopters. You probably can't hear it. It's above me, helicopters. And this area, guys, did not have I don't think it has that many protests, okay? It's not that I went outside to look, but it's more in certain areas of Brooklyn, like, so I can only imagine the activity. If I hear this, they are hearing like crazy, okay? It's crazy over there, okay? So okay. Interesting for my house, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna get started, guys. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Oh, and also, just wanted to send. Let's also send energy to Terry's sister. She's in the hospital. Okay, she's in a serious condition. So send her energy and protection. Okay. Mm. Morris is saying there are sirens. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on. Okay. She's in Australia, so that's why it's weird for her. Okay. And it's in the morning over there. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so guys, okay, I'm gonna get started here with so many questions. Okay, so um okay. So let me just, I was like, so much goes through my head, but let me just follow. It's good I wrote the questions because otherwise I'm like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, let's stay here. Okay, so you know what, guys? Actually, no, let me, I'm kind of want to ask this question. Okay, so what is this activity? I hear this, I'm sure, guys, in different cities in the country, there's this sound too. You know, all this, I'm sure there's helicopters everywhere. There's more police activity. What is going to happen tonight? What is going on? What is going on? Okay, what is going on? Let me just ask. So what's going on? So guys, I got this really nice image and message, okay, that said, tonight, you know that card, the Temperance, where there's the angels with a trumpet, okay? They come out. So I see angels coming out from the sky, and they're telling me, okay, they're telling me it's it's the time when the violence like it's when the angels intervene, okay? Kind of thing. Okay, how do you say it? It's something like there's a sense of like a divine intervention, in the sense that it's, guys, some movies have this when suddenly something turns the mood, like things change, and they are affected in deep in their souls. Okay, and so, and guys, if you haven't watched the video I posted on my channel, the one about the people singing, okay, so it was very moving. Okay, but what I'm saying is that there's something here, and I see that there's the angels, the other trumpets. Audrey's saying there's the burning, but I feel like there's something that has to be like, it's not about the violence. It's something about the expurgation of. It's like the end of an era or something. Okay, okay. So it's just something where like, okay, even though it may be scary. Okay, like I was saying, hold on, because there's a reason behind it, and their order is gonna happen. Order is gonna come at the end. Okay, okay, so that's my sense now. It was just very, this is, quite abstract. Okay, okay, so let's see, guys. You know what, I somehow, should I ask more specific? I want to know more specifically what's going to happen during the night and in the morning. Okay, can I tell you what this reminds me of, in a very unrelated, many years ago, when I was in college, I lived in Paris a long time ago. Telling my age, no, but a long time ago. So there was one time, one evening, one night, there was a tornado. This is like completely unexpected in Paris. There was a tornado in the middle of the night, and I remember waking up, and those French windows, they go all the way. The up, when you live on the upper floors, you have to close those windows. They're small. They're these glass windows, because like everything was opening up, and I could see like furniture flying. It was crazy. It was in the middle of the city. It was like, it was crazy. So then I was like, wow, it was like all these things flying. Okay, it was like a tornado. That's what it was like a tornado. Okay, and there was all these things. It was one night, it was all these things flying, and then we woke up in the next day, the second day, there was all these trees down to the ground. I don't think it was I don't know how, but that's what I saw when I opened my window. I mean, I don't know, it was in the middle of the night. It was really early. It was just like, it was night, but I saw this thing like this, okay? And we woke up and left the house, and there was no subway, there was nothing. The trees were down. It was like crazy. And it was just this one night where all of this, like a tornado kind of feeling. And then the next day you see the destruction. I guess that's the feeling, some sort of tornado here, okay? Audrey said, I hate to say this, but I lived through the 60s then and was in a situation with fire surrounding us everywhere. Okay, so that's what I feel like. I think, okay, so that's my sense, like a tornado. Okay, I think, guys, I think, so that's what I saw. That's still, this is pretty, like, this is the big picture, because there's so many, guys. I think this is crazy how it's happening in so many cities. Look at it, it's crazy how it is. Okay, and I'm getting goosebumps. But I think, okay, and I'm gonna ask, so what are these? Are the forces good? What are these forces, and how can we help the good forces? What kinds of forces are making this happen? And like, and I'm being told, guys, it's very nice in a way. It's kind of nice, I guess. You know how, for example, like rain happens because there's too much humidity. You know what I mean? It's a natural I'm getting told it's sort of like a natural process. Some things must die. Like some, it's almost like there's a brewing of this anger and really, like, I don't even know, guys, I don't know if anger is the right word. It's something like it came to the surface. It came to the surface. So it brewed up. But I think there's an element of this that is fake. There's like this white supremacist people. I do have a feeling about it. But at the same time, they're not going to be able. In other words, what I'm being told here is that even though there's some degree of manipulation here, yes, there's also a natural order. Okay, there's a natural order. Like, in other words, something had to give. Okay, kind of feeling. And I don't think it, to me, like I said, it does feel like a weather kind of thing. Like, I think they, like I said, they're trying to manipulate the weather, so to speak, but they can't. Okay, because people are this time. I think they are prepared. Okay, but let's see what's going to happen tonight and in the morning. Okay, let's see here. Okay, do you mind? Now let's see how, guys. Let me see if I could. One sec. Oh, here. I'm going to lower here. Okay, sorry. I hope I don't see. I don't see my. Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't see. No, I was not seeing. I have a bathing suit because I was trying this bathing suit on or whatever. Like, sorry about Rose. Sorry about Rose. No offense. Okay, so okay, because I can't see. Once I lower the computer screen, I can't see. Sorry about that. Okay, so what's happening at night today? What's happening? Okay. Ooh, let's see. It was okay like this. Let me get the cards out. So interesting, because this is the house, guys. This is also the home. Look at the White House upside down. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I have to do it for you in your direction. This is getting what I want, but it's upside down. So this for you. Yeah. Wait, that's just. Sorry, I have to make sure. Do you see it upside down, guys? I don't even know. Wait, it's upside down. It's supposed to be like this. I'm sorry. I don't even know, guys. Do you see it upside down? I don't know. It's upside down. Anyway. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles, sometimes it's women and the earth and things. Okay, well, let's see, it could be my, okay, but anyway, so here, okay, so you might, it's just because I feel like there, for some reason, I think sometimes it's easier to show the cards like this. Okay, if I use cards. Okay, and the situation is kind of tense, so for me it helps actually to use cards. Okay, so now, interesting. Look at this cards, guy. Fish. Now, fish. It's interesting in this context. Usually, it's a lot of money, but it can also mean, how fish they are. Look, thousands of them together, hundreds of them together. So that could very well be numbers of people. Okay. Oh, look, the government or institutions. Okay. Love. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. Okay. Hope. Okay. So there's a. Okay. Sorry. So here, shuffling. Okay. So. And right now, because I lowered the screen, I can't read your comments, if that's okay. Okay, but they'll see. Okay, so question is, what is going on tonight? Oh, look, the military, that makes sense, right? The military. The fake friend, it makes sense too. Hopeless. Okay, so. Okay, and then. Woncima, that means living room. Okay. Right. Oh, look, death. Okay. Coffin. A long way. Okay. So this is pretty interesting, guys. I feel like here we have, okay, this, for some reason, to me, it does feel like, since we were asking about the country, and also it does feel like this is either the home, but I think it's also very much related to the White House. Okay. Now, what's interesting is that this is be careful for what you want, okay? And for some reason, I don't know if it's a conspiracy of my mind, but I do my for the first thing that I think is like, wait, the White House wanted to do something, not this is not exactly how they wanted to go, but okay. Or we could also say that's not what the country wants. The country's upset about this, but I'm inclined to think the other way. Now, what is really interesting, this is, guys, look, I think in this case, I'm going to read the fish as multiples, like hundreds and thousands of people. Okay. And here we have, buildings. That's right. Buildings. Okay. And then values. Now, I interpret this, even though there's a lot of tragedies, what the cards are saying here is that many people, okay, are affecting the government through their values. Okay. So this happened as a result of people wanting to change the institutions. Okay. Then right now we have the military, which could be an attack, okay, or could be it. We do know that the military is working. Look here, military, the people, and the White House here. The fake friend, I think it could be the infiltrators. Okay, what? Let me show. Okay, sorry. What I think is interesting here is that the buildings, or could also be the institutions, have the fake friends. So in other words, these agitators could even be involved in law enforcement, which I think we have seen that they could be. And this is hopeless. So I feel like there's a kind of, I think, a sort of volatile situation where there's these people that are fake, there's military being deployed, but there's also hopelessness, okay, and that's connected to the heart. Now here we have the von Sima, something privately, or that's not exactly hidden, okay, ending or death, okay, like not death, you know what I mean, privately ending, or people are at home, okay, and this is a long way. So privately, or it could be that there for a long time people have suffered, okay, but it could also be, guys, for some reason I feel like, I think there are plans by the shady people. They you know how they said these people have come a long way. This is exactly the card from a long way. It could be both a long way, but at a sort of like coming for a long time, but for some reason I'm more inclined to think of it as a long way. So see what I'm saying? It's almost like a clash between the fakeness, the military force, or the police, and the values and those people. So but what I understand here is it's mostly the fake people, the fake people that came a long time, from far, that are going to be kind of exploiting, because they, it makes sense that in fact, even though the thousands or hundreds of people wanted to change the institution, it was them who ended up wanting to affect this outcome. Okay, so I hope I'm now going to read comments here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so exactly. So this is nice, guys. Okay, so okay, so this is interesting. So in other words, it's like they're okay. So let's see here. Okay, let's see the question. Okay, so that makes sense. That's nice. Okay, so that's what's happening tonight. Okay, so in other words, I'm not, it makes me less worried. Okay, so okay, but then here, who are these people who are arrested? They appear to not be from Minneapolis and all over the country. Sears activists are saying there is a lot of fake activity and fake protests that is taking advantage of legitimate protests. Are they going to be exposed? Are they connected to Trump/Russia? How far will they go until they are exposed? Because guys, this is the thing that I think is volatile and difficult. Okay, is that clearly there's these groups that are, my theory is this: there's these like far right groups, okay, that are supported by Trump and Barr or whatever, and the far right, and they're trying to change they're trying to get into these protests and win, you know what I mean, quote unquote, and change the institutions for the worse, and create a fake like emergency situation. Okay, so the question is really, how far are they going to go until they get it? And if they get it, okay, are they going to, will they be able to do the thing they want to do? You know what I mean? So that's my question, is like, are they gonna, will they be able to do this thing? I don't know. We'll have to ask questions. Ask questions today. That's why. Yeah. So I want to know. So how is this gonna? From what I saw just now, I feel like it's not gonna happen. I think the good people may have left. Okay, and they'll be able. Okay, to apprehend them. Okay, so let's find out. Okay, I want to know. So are they gonna? Because guys, what could happen? This is a tension that I think. And okay, can I tell you also tonight? There's a question specific about this today. But did you see how, guys? Of course, Bizarro Barr came out today. earlier. Oh, it was the far left. He said something like that. It was the Antifa. And guys, I have never heard of this group. I know they always talk about Antifa, but I'm like, they have never accomplished anything meaningful. They just are anarchists, and I don't know why they start. For some reason, I almost wonder if this group is like a fake group or something. They're just anarchists, okay, and they're always connected to the far right. It's almost like you know what I mean? They're like plants or something. I'm not really interested in finding out who they are. That's not the point. The point that I'm making is that I think they're going to try to push as far as they can, okay, and so my sense is like, how far are they going to be able to, are they going to create havoc or what, how far are they going to go, and what's going to happen, who are they and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. Is a dance situation. Okay, so who are these, oh, so let me move here. Okay, so okay, who are these people who are arrested? Okay, you know what I mean? Who are these groups, the fake groups in general? Okay, look, yeah, illusion. Interesting. So look, this is interesting. So this is the Queen of Cups upside down. It's like emotional, having tantrums. And this is illusions. Oh, it's this. So, to me right away, this says they're using emotion, imbalanced emotion, to create illusions. And the Ace of Pentacles upside down is that they are financed by some sort of shady money, which none of this is surprising, but it makes sense. How, guys, how a lot of trolls, they use the very emotional language. This is on purpose. They were trained for this. But it's that they find the emotional, like, entryways, and they do it. Okay, so, okay. Secret. Oh, secret. Oh, yeah, secret corruption, right? Secret rats. Uh-huh. Talking informations. Huh? Huh? Oh, okay. Now let me just get the cards, otherwise I get lost here. Okay, then some payments. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, fine, very interesting. Gifts. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, the trip. Go away. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's right, guys. They took they're not from there. Okay. So there's payments and there's things. Okay, so here. Unexpected. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Unexpected. Here. Okay. Now the blonde is I think, cheating. Okay. Thoughts, ideas. Okay, so in other words, I feel like it's kind of interesting here. My sense, guys, and I wanted to ask this question. That's going to be my next question. What I understand here is that I think they're under surveillance, and they have been for a while. Okay, because you have here like the situation where they're like exploiting the emotional moment, and secretly they're like, if rats, what they do, they infiltrate, they at night, they're exactly, interesting, right, exactly, at night. And they talk, or they say things. There's a messaging element to this, and then you have these payments and the gifts. So quid pro quo, right? There's somebody paying them, and they're not from there. They're essentially being paid to go there, and this is an unexpected cheating and idea. So there's a kind of an ideological contamination. Okay, but my sense, and I feel like I had this before, guys. I have a sense that the FBI is, and this is going to be the next question. The FBI is listening on them and is tracking their finances, and knows who is paid. Like, if you look, okay, they arrested some of these people, right? They know who they are. They check their finances, easily go to the bank, whatever, and know that they're getting who's paying. They could track, guys. Come on, they easily could track who's paying them, at least where they're getting money, and like cut the money. You know what I mean? Or get the account. Like, it can't be that hard. Okay, so they're tracking. It's like, and I feel, guys, I'm sorry to say, but I think these people are not that smart. Okay, and even like I was saying yesterday, was it like the guy that they caught, the white guy who was like all like wearing a mask and then wearing an umbrella. It wasn't even raining, just to hide him. So I was like, I'm very discreet here as an umbrella. Like, imagine like a person in all black, clearly, and even gloves. Like, clearly he didn't want to show that he was white. You know what I mean? And then and that it's like, oh, I have no idea. And I forgot which one of you said, oh, but is it like the FBI is to go into like groups and create these things? I was like, well, but clearly these people are not very smart, okay, or they're not hiding effectively enough, honestly. So you know what I mean? So clearly there is something there where like they're not being very discreet. So they're not that smart. In other words, they're not that sophisticated. I feel like that's the classic useful idiot, okay, that they're using. The people that are mentally unstable, okay, mentally unstable, and just, they're doing this. Okay, so now let's see here, guys. Let me ask a question. This is interesting. Now it's kind of like part that I'm most almost like more most nervous about. So what does the FBI know about them right now? And the question, I don't know if the cards are going to answer here or what. Okay, that okay, hit the police sirens now. It's kind of oh, okay. So the question that I have now is whether the FBI is going to move in on them, and then the next question after this is going to be what does Barr clearly wants them to do something, but at which point is the FBI going to be able to move in on them? Because guys, oh, this is the thing I'll tell you also today. I was been cleaning, whatever, doing different things, and I sort of felt like the FBI is like doing raids now. FBI, drop the gun. The ATF guys, because I told you I was watching a lot of Waco kind of thing, but it's kind of the same Waco. Those ATF firearms. I don't know, is it I forgot what ATF stands for, but it's always like something firearms. Bureau of Firearms and something. I don't know what it means exactly, but it's the one that if you have a fire, it really they control the guns and how they move. Okay, so if you have like imagine I have Rose, I have here many automatic weapons or whatever. Like they track you, they know if you don't, it's illegal to have all kinds of. I don't really quite understand those laws, but they know kind of, and they are the ones that deal with these like extremist groups. Okay, because alcohol, this as Debbie said, alcohol, tobacco, firearms. Yeah. Because they deal with extremist groups not because of their ideology, because of guns, because they're exactly that. That's a militia. So it's kind of fascinating. Okay, so that's no. Lindsay has a question. Can they stifle the ability to arrest? Yes, but I feel like they're arresting them now, because they are like they pick guys. Okay, oh my god, I get excited because you know what I think they have been under investigation for a long time. These like the FBI doesn't arrest people until it's kind of serious. So I feel like we don't know about it. We're not being told about the arrests that are happening. Like not even could be like I said before. Guys, I had my thing on Twitter. I was like, why don't you? I would kind of yell at people like with my memes. I was like, yeah, why don't are you gonna make sure? Are you gonna have your summer in your Idaho white supremacist cabin? Like kind of those places kind of isolated. I'm not saying like every person at the whole, but there's certain areas of the country that have more activity of those, their homes, like that's where they come from, and they go to these other, you know what I mean? So I want to know. So what is the FBI? Is the FBI going to be able to move in on them and arrest them? Okay, let's just say arrest. Are they? Is the FBI? Because I see that these people have been, guys, under investigation for a while. So what is the FBI doing? Like now, like tonight, and over the next week. Let's just say this. Is it okay? Over the next couple of weeks. Okay. Uh oh. Defeat. Oh no. Set for down. Set for down. Okay, guys, also help me because as you know, I have a tendency to be hopeful, but I don't want to, I don't want to like. Okay, so right away, this is hard to broken, defeat. And what is now the page of wands is really interesting because it means it's the beginning of an action. So it could mean that either they are caught at the beginning, or that they catch something small. But I think this is the beginning of something, of the energy. They are heartbroken and defeated. But I don't think it's the F. I hope it's not the F because it's the F. Okay, so here. So the question is, okay, so here, so let's just see here, so the question is the FBI, what is the FBI going to do about these people from now, until, so the court, so just, sorry, I'm going to pull out the cards and then see. So interesting. So there's heartbreak, defeat, and then at the beginning. Now, what's interesting, the lady could be that there's a woman involved or something. Doesn't necessarily mean, as you know, I don't care about that card too much. The key is a very important card. It means an answer. So the woman, there's an answer. There's a resolution to something. Now, crossroads could be the election, could mean the roads, like travel. Or it also means multiple. So, and here's court, and then a deal. So in other words, I feel like they have warrants already, and in other words, they're gonna go to court somehow. They're gonna be I don't know, arraigned, whatever you call it. But let me just show you the other cards. Now, here is the guy, like I was telling you before. There's money on the table, so they know that they catch the donor. Now, the child here, as you know, usually connects to Trump, but we'll see. It's not a young person. It means it's something new or a childish person. Okay. And here we have the lifestyle and the court. So again, there's understanding here that whoever is paying them is also going to go down. Now this is the fake, the ass kisser. Okay, so people, they depend on the money person, and this is the embrace, or they like each other. Okay, and there's a deal. So there's multiple things here. Okay, I feel like they have infiltrated somebody in this group, I sense. Okay, the key is also an important person, and that now they understand the relationship between the donor and this person, but that there's a deal here with the courts, and they're stopped before they could do something bigger. That's my sense. Okay, I mean, obviously destruction is destruction, but I think what they, guys, okay, let's get real. They had like some sort of insurgency against the whole country. Okay, I mean, seriously, like they have, like, that's their plan. Okay, so if we guys, you know what this, okay, can I tell you what I think this country needs if we want to solve the situation with George Floyd? Okay, we want, the beginning is to go out and call it what it is: white supremacist terrorism, because that's what it is. Okay, if you know what I mean. So because I said before, yeah, yesterday when I was, yeah, guys, so much happening, right? I don't even know if it was yesterday or the day before, but the point that I'm making is that there was a reason, okay, why they were caught. Okay, you know what I mean, like why they were caught, like there's a reason why they were allowed. They had cover. Okay, they had cover. Okay, so you know what I mean, they had cover. So if you can't give him cover anymore, just call it what it is. Okay, it's not hard, it's not complicated, so it's all part of it. So I think there's a, so but they all have to go down at once, guys. This is the challenge, right? You can't just be like, oh, I just got a few people. Now that they're escalating, they have to be stopped before, like, guys, remember how they had, those are I think is some of the same people that were, oh, and I'm protesting here with my gun because I can't wear masks. No, I'm not gonna wear, like, come on. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so that's my sense. Okay, now, okay, Marcy, thank you for the Dana point. I didn't bring, but if I don't bring it up, please remind me before, you know what I mean. I just want to deal with the thing today, but this is an important issue too. Dana Bointe is, I remember seeing this person on like one of the MSNBC, very serious person, FBI special counsel or something, like the head lawyer. So it's clear that they're trying to like clean up. No, no, no. So, this is significant because they're now attacking law enforcement. Okay. So, okay. So then the next question. So they're going to be able to do now. Christina asked a question. Are the good protesters going to be okay? Are the good protesters, like the good people, the true activists, going to be okay? Okay. Are the good people going to be, are the protesters going to be okay? Okay. I just want to make sure again. Oh, look. Uh-oh. Our friend. Oh, look. So, guys, it's crazy. It's really interesting. Okay. It goes to back to what I just said, which is like a kind of developments here. So first we have like the emperor that would, could is the powerful person, but to me it usually means Putin. Okay, the tree means two things. It means health, but it also means like the org chart, and again another card related to health and the hope. Okay, so we have here a powerful person. Somehow this somehow has something to do with what's going on health, the health situation. Okay, and that they were hoping that, okay, let me just see here. Okay, so that's okay. Now hangman, okay, is waiting, or like there's nothing you can do about something in the news. Okay, then we have unexpected surprise. I love this surprise card when it comes up. And then we have an agreement. Okay, then we have here can't assert themselves, and trying to assert yourself but not being able to, a letter information. Okay, the foreign something. Okay, and then a recognition comes out, becomes comes to recognition. So in other words, I feel, guys, there's some connection here to the whole plan of the Putin and Trump thing, because it's like they're trying to distract. Oh, that makes sense, to distract from all the stuff that's going on. Okay. And there's a plan here, but my sense is that this plan, they're not able to do everything they wanted to do because they're halted in something. I guys, for some reason, I do. It's not a coincidence that they're trying to remove the guy from the FBI. Okay, because there's something coming out, and they are afraid it's gonna, make them look bad. I mean, they're bad people, so it's not, there's not much more that, it's not like you have to do something to make them look bad if they're just bad people. Okay, so, so in other words, like, I don't know. There's nothing really, honestly, guys, suggesting this. Okay, there's a sense that they're using the situation of the coronavirus. Okay, that's my sense. Okay, okay. Okay, so they, they would have liked to do something, but guys, unfortunately, not fortunately for us, actually, those people, have you seen them? They're not exactly like, I'm a terrorist. I'm really like, those people. They're just like, like they yell. The guy, they was yelling at people with the gun. Of course they can shoot their guns, if they want, but I feel like they're not exactly, those kind of scary terrorists that they like do. You know what I mean? They're okay, not to say like they're not for some reason they come across to me as like not that smart collective. Those terrorists, they tend to do a good job when they are alone. Like the Unabomber, or what's his name, Timothy McVeigh. They usually work in their own little cell. Okay, but it's like, oh, what? Hmm. It's like those people, they cannot hide. They cannot pretend to be somebody else. They're not cold-minded enough. They're like, huh, huh, what? Mm. You know what I mean? Like, hmm. So, so it's they just are not that. I'm sorry, they're not that good. I think personally, mhm, I don't think they're that good. Okay, like, that's the thing. And in other words, their soldiers, guys, are not that don't seem to be very like efficient. Okay, so okay, so now let me go back here. Okay, so okay, who are these people? Are they going to be exposed? That's another part of the question. This is important. Okay, so because in other words, this is another tough question. Okay, another tough question, guys, is whether this is tough. Okay, so okay, let me just, how do I phrase this? So this is the thing. As Morsi was saying, okay, Marcy was saying something like, okay, is Barr gonna try to like not, you know what I mean? Like, because who knows? They could be arrested, but still Barr could be like, oh no, there nothing happened. They didn't do anything wrong. Like, okay, like, you know what I mean? So are they going, because you know how what happens? Okay, Barr, now it's even predictable when he goes to do whenever Barr goes out to put out a press release or not, he goes in front of the press. It's because he's trying to distract from something. He's trying to create a narrative before the true story comes out. So he already said that. He was like, oh, it's the far left. Oh yeah. So in other words, no, it's the far right. So he's already trying to cover up at the beginning before the story. Okay. So, in other words, are they going to be, if these people are arrested, are they going to be able to cover up, or is everything going to come out and come out about them and who they are and what they belong to? Okay. You know what I mean? So, okay. This is important, guys. This is tough, but it's an important question. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. I don't even know, guys. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing. Okay. Embarrassing. Okay. I don't see. Okay. 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 So here. So, okay. So question, is Barr, the question is Barr going to be able to stop the FBI or like hide information about who they are, stuff like that? Okay. Now this is interesting, guys. Okay, because I okay, so Okay, so here we have now execution of plans. Okay, then we have the older man or over time waiting. And then there's a fight here of some sort. There's some sort of legal thing. Okay. So then we have here now something, there's like a analysis and cold mind. In other words, people that act in the right way and to do the right thing, especially legally. And this is treachery and this is theft. So these two cards are very connected, almost the same card. And there's like would be like some sort of indictment or shady information. Okay. And then we have money, and then foreign money. Now, this card, I said before, this German card, when it says change, it's a big deal. Whatever it is a big change, okay? And then blockage, impeachment. So, in other words, I think, okay, this is the thing. In some ways, it doesn't necessarily, I'm inclined to believe that there's more preparation this time and that they are blocked because the change comes, okay? Okay, you know what I mean? So there's people who are intelligently and like cold-mindedly looking at the treachery and have these indictments, and they have been waiting. This is stop the execution. Okay, so before the plan is executed, they do this. Okay, now I'm inclined to think that this is things are different now. Okay, but I don't know. I have to ask the mind, like I now have to do vision about this, because okay, so what happens? What happens here with Barr? Is Barr able to hide these people somehow? And if not, then why not? You know, guys, you know what I feel like? It's the states take charge. Not every state, but there's a court. I think the legal people behind it know how to do it, because I see Bar, and then like those people, they appear and disappear. It's like he can't see, where are they? Where are they? It's not centralized. The arrests are not centralized. So I feel like he can't, like he's like, wait, where was it? Wait, are they here? I thought they were here. They like he's like not sure where they are, so he can't exactly do all of it. Okay, so okay, so he's like, wait, but where are they? Like, and I think they're kind of hit, law enforcement guys, law enforcement knows that. Let's get real. Okay, guys. Okay, I have a question. Okay, I'm just gonna say this slowly. You guys know this is true. Guys, Barr is a terrorist. Okay, think about it. He's trying to arm and help the groups that are burning down the cities. That's Barr. That's our attorney general right now. No, this is not an exaggeration, guys. This is not an exaggeration. This is true, right? This is actually legit. The guy is helping the groups that are trying to attack, especially the democratic cities, right? Like Minneapolis, like, you know what I mean? They're trying to, he's a terrorist, like he's trying to arm, like not just arm, but like, oh, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. But the problem is they go in enemy territory. You go to the actual cities, okay? The actual cities, and then go to and they feel like he cannot control. That's the problem. He cannot control law enforcement in these places, and they know the guy is dangerous. Okay, so okay, okay, so it's guys. It's even possible that he could try to sue people. You know what I mean, like how he has done. But so okay, oh my God. So now let me ask a question. Now let's go to the FBI, guys. Beyond Bar, no, Lindsay, I think this is part of like, this is the whole, it's almost like this is the situation of the Trump presidency. It's always been about, okay, it's a bit about this, for example, how this is like more than a year and a half ago. I remember I've done some readings a long time ago about how these white supremacist groups receive money from Russia. We know this is not even, there's some articles about this, not a lot, but how they use the Christian right. The Christian right is connected to the radical groups. Even guys, the groups that were quote unquote protesting in Michigan, how they were financed by Betsy DeVos. There's a real connection. It's the entire Trump administration is about this stuff. Really, I'm not, guys. Really, this is not an exaggeration. This is true. So everyone essentially, okay, everyone involved in the Trump administration has this, like, they need, because how Trump was always like threatening. Oh, and I know, like I said before, because I monitor the comments so much, I'm familiar with the language. That's why sometimes I say, oh yeah, you're a troll or whatever, because I'm familiar with what they say. I read it so much that I know what they're thinking. So they're always like, Rosie, people are saying there's going to be a civil war. What do you think of? They constantly would say that all the time, and I would delete the comments because I knew they wanted to scare people into believing that was inevitable. But I think it's been kind of the plan B, okay? Not plan B, but it was part of their like, their pocket of possibilities, okay? Because, and I just wanted to tell you what I think the parallel is. In France, for example, there's those yellow vest protests. I've never bought into them, okay, because they're what they say, they're like, oh, the taxes are too high. Said no one ever, okay. Oh, the taxes are too high. Who says that? Rich people say that, okay. I mean, seriously. I mean, in Europe, taxes are somewhat high, but not if you don't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? Who says that? It's like very wealthy people who find ways to exploit the lower ones, okay? So it's the same. I think it's the same situation. And unfortunately, in France, for whatever reason, they were able to constantly remember how it happened in France. They created these protests and they like destabilized the country. It was they would always have these quote unquote protests, but it was fake. But the difference is because in France, it's mostly. I mean, there's some like people of color, but most of these people in protests were white. They couldn't discern, they couldn't tell, even though there were people. Guys, I remember seeing all these images of people who were speaking Russian and everything. I'm not saying it's just Russia, but it's the right wing in general behind this thing. So you know what I mean. So I think that's exactly what they want to do, but here it's not. It's like it's not the same, because this is based on something real. The complaint of oppression is real, but they are trying to, they're exploiting something that is, extremely legitimate and extremely organic and real. you know so you know what I mean. So they cannot, you can't fake it. You can't be like, oh, you can't fake it. It's legit. The entire country, this is the worst for them, is that the country knows that what happened was wrong. There was a real incident, a real person died. It's not astroturf bullshit. They can't astroturf it for that long. That's my sense. Okay, so yeah, Lindsay and Audrey said bars is dangerous. I think, guys, in some ways Barr is worse, because Barr is dealing with the details. He's changing the course. I think he's more dangerous, honestly, than Trump in some ways. Okay. Oh, look, Christina, look for, she's in Canada. She says, I live in Canada and we had a convoy of yellow vest truckers that were supposedly angry workers, but we found out they were being paid to drive in and cause unrest at political events. Exactly. These guys are political operatives that are paid. Okay. They're political offers slash guerrilla war types, you know what I mean? Seriously, guys, I'm serious. So it's like that's exactly the same types of people that were breaking things, okay, and those protests, okay. Sorry, like that's, okay. All right, so now, okay, so let me just, okay, so here, guys, okay, so what's next? Okay, what is the difference, like, between like the yellow vest and the bar situation in the US? How are they going to be able to do that? Okay, so how are they going to be able to do that? Okay, how are they going to say no? Because they're traced, they were already, you can say they have been under investigation for a while, and the FBI had to catch them in the act, okay? And it's not the same, okay? So yeah, so guys, it's the same people that are against vaccine. This is all the Russia. It's, guys, this is Russian propaganda, Russian military behind all of this. Because we know the bars behind it, but the people who are making up, who the smart people are in the Russian military, okay, they're making up the propaganda. They know this stuff. So the whole thing of like, oh, COVID is fake, the vaccines are wrong, all this stuff is bullshit, okay, as we know. But it's all the same. They're always pushing the wrong propaganda, the bullshit, guys, it's almost like, they are smoke and mirrors peddlers. They like to create chaos and confusion, okay. So okay, now okay, guys, now let's see here. Okay, so what happens? Okay, what's going to happen between, guys, the other thing is, like, I think we're getting close to Trump. They're afraid. They are afraid of what's coming with Trump. The truth, so I saw before, there's something coming out about Trump treason, and they're trying to use, this is what I was saying, they're trying to use it to say that, like, oh, look, there's unrest now, Trump needs to stay longer, whatever that is. So actually, let me move now to a different question. What is Trump's plan vis-a-vis those protests, the far right? Okay. So you know what, you know what I mean? So let's find out about, okay, so what is their plan? Are they going to be able to execute their plan to kind of distract, and you know what I mean, and say Trump is going to be like, oh look, it's the far left people. Are they going to be able to do that, or what? Or okay, what is going to be the, okay, let's just see, okay, what's going to happen here, okay? Are they go what are the what is their plan? The big What is their big goal? Are they going to be able to accomplish this? I don't, as you know, I don't believe they will, but when it ask, that's why I was here to ask or say, are they going to be able, what is their plan? Yeah, they want to hold on to what they have. There's an offer, the partnership. Okay, so are they going to be able to do that? Okay. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, so money losses. Okay, so the lovers is you know, some sort of relationship, the man here, and the good person, the man cutting the snake, sudden danger, offer fun for woman, okay, cutting health, or money losses, military, snake maintaining what they have. So the question is, what is their plan? Okay, and are they going to be able to do that? So the offer to maintain what they have, there's cutting the health. Okay. You'll look the legal stuff, okay? You know, guys, I think my sense here, okay, is that just one here, or yeah, is that there is something that they want to distract for, look, they want to create distraction again. It's almost like always the same story, but they want to create distraction because, oh look, absence, okay, so because of what's coming out, I think, you know what I think, I think here it was like cutting the hell, like, okay, the scythe is sudden removal of health, removal of this is not for to remove. Yeah, I think, guys, you know what it is like they're trying to, I think at this point, they want to distract from what's going on with the health. I think they also want to cause health, as we know, cause health problems, and they want to, like, they want to keep their power. That's essentially what it is. And anything that is a threat to their power, they're going to go after. That's the bottom line. But it looks like like, look at this, the military person, I think here could be law enforcement, is right above the snake. So it's really, I think they are in danger, and they're, you know, they want to do these kinds of things very strategically to maintain their power, because it's kind of, you know what it is, it's kind of like, guys, imagine, it's literally like the police is right behind, like right here, so they're like, no, let's go, no, look over there, there's all these weird people, a lot of protests, let's go, let's look that way, look that way, look that way, and then they're looking that way, so then they can run, you know, it's that in a way, it's very amateurish, it's desperate, it's so desperate and amateurish, okay. So I just think it's like, is this okay, so this, and now the thing is that I think is, oh sorry, oh my god, I get self-conscious, okay, so here is like, look, the weird thing here's absence, worry about absence not being there when this stuff, this is the public and the division, so they create stuff because once this stuff comes out about the about what they've done, they may have to leave, okay, so they're really worried about it, and so they're creating, look, the fighting, exactly, so it makes sense, it's all about hiding from the truth, okay, distraction no matter what price, okay, so you know, okay, so this is it, okay, so okay, now, wow, okay, so okay, so guys, oh my god, so many things, okay, so okay, now I this is a now I'm gonna insert here Morrissey's question, okay, which is that she had a question about Dana Boente, like I was talking about him earlier, and for some reason I feel like there's something here connected, because he is the guy who, for some reason, like if the information comes out about the FBI, they're gonna say that he's connected to Mueller. Mueller is a bad person, so you know, so everybody that knows the truth, they want to get rid of. So they're attacking him, okay, because I think there's some information. What they really, okay, what is the what is the reason for this? Is this information, the incriminating information about the Trump administration and the Russia thing? I still think it is. So what is going to happen here? Okay, is this related? What is it? What is going to happen with this? And guys, I don't know. I'm sorry, I saw it quickly. I don't know if he was already fired or he said he was going to fire him. Okay, so let's just see here. I just quickly. Oh my God, there's a lot of noise now. Oh, look, the FBI's top lawyer is resigning. Oh, look, FBI's top lawyer, Dana Buente, ousted amid Fox News criticism for role in Flynn investigation. Okay, so yeah, here it says here, breaking via NBC, the FBI's top lawyer, Dana Buente, was asked to resign on Friday. The decision came from high levels of the Justice Department. His departure comes on the heels of recent criticism by Fox News for his role in the investigation of Michael Flynn. So Fox News and the Russians or whoever, they know, they come up with a name. They say, we gotta, go after this person. So, it's very unfair because the guy, honestly, he seems like a good person, okay? Okay. So okay, now I have a question, guys. Okay, so what's gonna happen? What is gonna happen after this, or what is up with this? Okay, because okay, so what's up with this? Okay, oh, hello, theft. So really? No, there. Look, it's public compromise. Okay. Yeah, I think you know what it is, the Michael Flynn thing. Okay, I'll tell you more details, but I think I'm understanding here that is the okay. It's because of the Michael Flynn. Okay, so again, it seems, guys, something about this Michael Flynn case is really riling them up. Okay, so here we have the theft comes out like the moon, as everybody knows about it, and they're really worried. This is a real depression. The quid, this is a gift, so quid pro quo. They're really worried that this information is going to come out and it's going to show the quid pro quo, and this is winning. This is, to me, is election. Okay, so they won election for a long time, or like they became an anchor if they were given the election, so they have to work for the other guy, and this is prison, and then we have a card of loyalty of that, so treason. So in other words, I do think it's very much the Michael Flynn case, and they're compromised, okay, because he knows and he has all of the quid pro quo, the full story. And this Hauptperson here, I'm sorry, I was like in German, but like the man here, okay, is for some reason it could, I guess it could be the Nabuante. That's right, he knows the, okay, he knows the deal, but for some reason I also thought that this could be Michael Flynn at the same time, you know what I mean, because he knows about the story, okay, and it's upsetting, but for some reason I do think that it has to do with they are concerned about the incriminating evidence, okay, because, and then as I was saying this, guys, I got the image of Michael Flynn, and I got June 10th. Remember how the story of the judge is going to come. The June 10th is the day when the other, they had the amicus brief. The Judge Sullivan, he appointed another guy, Gleason. That's right. He appointed Gleason, and Gleason's deadline for submitting the thing is June 10th, if I'm correct about it. Okay, so that is, there's something here. What they, so the guys is, oh my God, isn't that crazy? Okay, May with this May 30th, and I think, guys, I hope, okay, so June 10th, I'm trying to think here. So I almost feel like, okay, let's see here. Okay, the calendar. Okay, June 10th. That's Sunday. So okay, you know what? That would be like, I would hope that he would submit the thing by next Friday. This Friday, right? No, is that right? Wait, no, I confused. Okay, Sunday is the 31st. Monday is the 1st. Sorry, I was looking at May. It's a Wednesday. The 10th is a Wednesday. So hopefully he would do it earlier. I wish he would do it, but they're concerned about this, okay? So I think it's that they want to change. Okay, you know what, Barr is like, you know what I think, he's moving stuff around to see if he can, like, once the stuff about there, that's the thing. His main concern is the Flynn situation, okay? It's the Flynn situation and like the truth about Trump. So he's trying to move all the people around, the personnel, so that he could change it or block it or something, okay? So, okay, so let me ask them the question because it shows clearly it's about Flynn. Okay, so is Barr going to be able to stop the truth from coming out about Flynn? Because clearly, guys, it's even crazy to me why they're so concerned about. But that is the main thing for whatever reason. Are they? He's Barr because clearly that's the reason why he's getting rid of the guy. So is he going to be able to do what he wants? And is this situation? I think you know what it is. I think they want. This is the thing. I think, guys, they're trying to. They're gonna try to use the protest situation. Okay, um they're going to try to use this situation, okay, um to to push it further to see if they can distract the thing with the judge, you know. They're going to try to extend it a little bit to create as much chaos as they can, you know, to hide it. But let me see if it, so in other words, but the question is Barr going to be able to do this? Is Barr going to be able to hide the information that's going to come out of Flynn? Okay, so sorry, okay, okay, so okay, so here we have now the plan upside down. Judgment. Interesting. Interesting. Uh-oh. Oh no. Painful ending for him? Really? Oh no, really? Why? I love Bob. He's the best attorney general of all times. He is. He is changing. Uh-oh. Oh look, guys, it looks very good for him. Very good. Very exciting times for him. Look awful. Looks awful. So far looks great. Oh yeah. Don't worry about it, Bar. Go ahead. Oh, look, letter. A letter for him. Letter. Look, the judge. Yeah, that's right. There. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, trash. There he is. There's Sullivan. What's up, bitch? I know. I know. I have the coffin here for you, bitch. Oh, yeah, I have it. I have it. Yeah, I know you. I know what you're about. Here's the coffin. Oh, yeah. I know you. I know you. Uh-oh, look at the meeting. We have meetings together. Yeah. Okay, so again, is the question is Barr going to be able to stop it, okay, from coming out? The question is, I have to, oh, look, I have to be able to, you know, to like, guys, to tell, okay, so here is the plan upside down. It's not working how they wanted to change. They try to change things, okay, because of the letters coming and the widow. So there could be, okay, many losses connected to this. Okay, now here then, but then what happens? There's a judgment that could create an ending because the judge against, look, the retired man here, okay, so the retired man, the judge creates an ending to judgment, okay. Okay, and then we have now sad news for him. Sad news for him. Meeting is an opportunity, but there's a pain. Okay, so guys, my sense, you know, can I tell you, like, okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. Like, okay, okay, think about, okay, we are in a very tough, difficult situation for the world and the country because we have these people that are lifelong criminals that are basically like trying to do their death. Like, think about how many coffins hides. It's true. They're like, we're gonna die, so we do anything. They have so much power they can shake up the world to prevent themselves, like to stop their death. Because it's not death like literal, but it's like the end of our plan. My whole life is over. Let me destroy America. My life is over. I need to, like, imagine guys, look at the insanity, the craziness, the evil, that you have a problem, so you're gonna destroy the entire country because no, what? No, I don't go to jail. No, no. What? Okay. So no, Donnell, June 30th. I don't know. I think okay. What I'm talking about, let me actually look it up. Okay, so I'm talking about Judge Sullivan. Okay, and there's many deadlines. Okay, one of the deadlines, the first ones, okay, is the deadline for this. He appointed a second judge who was a retired judge named Gleason to write an amicus brief about what he should do about the Flynn case. Okay, so okay, so that's let me look it up. I believe, okay, it was that's the June 10th date, okay, that I'm talking about. Let's see here. Okay, okay. I have to look it up. Okay, so Oh, here it is. My here it is, the Daily Beast. Okay, so I found it. Okay, so ex judgment, Jonah. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I don't know. It's this article. That's it. Okay. New retired Judge John Gleason is requesting oral argument on DOJ motion to dismiss the Flynn prosecution. Appointed by the judge of the case, Gleason suggests June 10th to file his first brief. So that's what I was telling you. Okay, so confirm. Okay, so I'm gonna post it here. Okay. There's a lot of dates. Okay, I know it's like maybe confusing, but that's what I meant. Okay, that's the next thing that's gonna happen. So I think okay, and don't pay okay guys, dates, even whether it's Judge Gleason or whatever, like don't, those things can change they have been changing since Trump got into office. But what I mean to say is that I think it's on their mind constantly. Okay, this stuff is what's on their mind, is what's worrying them. Okay, so okay, so now that I confirmed this to you, let me go back to the cards. Okay, because it was good to confirm it so that I know, I also confirm it. Okay, but here, like I said, so in other words, I just want to go back to the cards here and talk about it. I think what is happening is that they're afraid for their lives. Really. Okay, so here the plan, so that the judgment creates, look, this is not just an ending, a painful ending. So they're very afraid of it. So they're changing the ending. Okay. They're changing this because this is fatal for Trump. In other words, the letter to the judge about, this is an agreement or a meeting. Okay. Agreement. That's right. And this is the person here who's going to lose something. It's awful for Trump. It's very sad. Okay. So in other words, I don't, okay, it feels like because, okay, how do I say this? It's almost like the thing that I keep thinking about now is like a video game. Video game, there's like the situation where you could die, but that's the reality. It's not video game. But is that dangerous? There's all these possibilities where he could die. Like, die meaning like it could be the end of the administration. Okay. You know what I mean? So like, so that's what I think. Okay. So okay, let me question here. Okay. So that's why I think my sense is that once this is the main thing for them right now, honestly. So I believe they're not going to be able to do it, but that's what they're fighting for. That is their goal. Okay. And it's fatal. And it really is. This is my sense, guys. They're going to fight for this thing. They're going to fight very hard for the Flynn. They're pushing this as far as they can, but this is interesting information, as I have to tell you. So as they are trying to do this thing with Flynn, you know what? They're unexpectedly, the Supreme Court posts their thing. In the guys, the June is going to be crazy. They're going to pretend, they're going to start to pretend, like, they're going to try to stop it. But I believe, because I see they're doing this, and then behind them comes the resolution of the Supreme Court. Okay. The Supreme Court. And that's it. It's like, and then, guys, look at this. Trump wanted to avoid the sword, but he's gonna get caught. But it's not a gonna. It's, okay, like think about how many situations mortal situations he's under. This is just one of them. And then I think what I see is that once the thing comes out, then I see the swords cutting Trump, but it's not legit. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not like real swords cutting him. It's that the thing he wanted to escape, he can't. There's too many swords. Too many swords, and it's like, and the swords are his. He cast the swords and he sharpened them himself. These are the crimes that he committed. Okay, it's the crimes that he committed, and you can't. There comes a time when you can't hide the truth that long. And that's, oh, and another thing, guys, that came up this week, and I'm sorry, there's so much that I forget about all of it, and I don't post all of it because I forget. Okay, so the other thing that came up this weekend that is very important to this is that the Supreme Court very unexpectedly did a ruling, and it was about guys. How do I remember this? I feel like sometimes I think I have some early Alzheimer's, but maybe not. Okay, I don't know how I remember this, but like, so so okay, so the thing is that there was this case in the Supreme Court about California churches. It was about California churches and coronavirus, like how they went all the way to the Supreme Court because they wanted to be out, like they didn't want to be they didn't want to follow the rules. of like, but you know how it is. It was probably like some far right church or whatever. Like they didn't want to follow the rules. Okay, they didn't want to follow the rules of like, oh, I'm not going to wear a mask. It's no social distancing. I'm supposed, we have to be able to like gather or something like that. They lost. So they lost at Supreme Court. They lost because Judge Roberts came through. Judge Roberts was, he sided. I remember the news saying he sided with the liberals. Okay, sided with the liberals. So and then people are saying online like, oh, it's bad news for Trump because, in other words, guys, as you know, all of this whole entire thing of Trump, and especially, let's get real, Kavanaugh is very much like that. It's all about the religious right. Oh, I am, guys, and this is like when you see the video of those people singing. That's Christian. You know what I mean? That's about loving one another no matter what. It's not about like, oh, let's like let some people die, okay? I don't care about them. Let it just die. Whatever. They're gonna die anyway. Like think this is sick. Okay, so I feel like ultimately, as you know, Kavanaugh, and I think to an extent the other one, the other guy, they're all terrible. But I feel like Kavanaugh to me is the most disgusting. He loves abortion. I mean, he's all about like abortion and religious rights or whatever, like those things. So I think the whole thing is like, if the Supreme Court goes against the religious right, it's a bad sign for Trump. You know what I mean? Because they're like, okay, this is I mean, you could even, I mean, obviously I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like the case of the Supreme Court, this case of the churches, is actually more, it would be more, how do I say this? I feel like the case of Trump, at least the one that he doesn't want to give, no, nobody can look at my information. It's such bullshit. It's very hard to argue. The case of the churches, I almost feel like they could almost, I could almost feel like they would win. I would actually expect them to get away with it. Okay, so I think, to get away with it. Okay, so the fact that they lost on the case that I expected them to win tells us something more profound. Okay, you know what I mean? So okay, so I just do a vision here. Okay, okay, so tell me now, I want to know about Roberts. Why did he side? Was this on purpose? Does it tell us anything about, what's gonna happen in Trump's case? Yeah, no, he's like, no, no. He's like, this is non-negotiable. People are gonna die. This is bullshit. This is like how he's like, sometimes people get angry, they get to the point. No, that's not acceptable. I don't want people to die. Bye. Period. So it's about people's lives. No, bye. He's like, there's no conversation. The end. So okay, now what does he think about? Are they are they gonna talk about? You know what I'm saying? Are they gonna talk about that thing, the thing about Trump? Are they gonna talk about it? Guys, I have a feeling. Yeah, so I have a feeling, okay? I have a feeling like that this is gonna happen. Now, Barbara, can I tell you, your comments are always fear-based, okay? I would warn you to not come to, you know what I mean? I know you're a legit person, but it's like you always like come up with fear, like, oh, they're afraid, I'm afraid. If you start a question, a statement with afraid, I'm not gonna take it seriously. Because fear, how many times, guys, do I say, don't, especially at this time, don't, if you feel fear, this type of fear that is based on a theoretical assumption, don't bother. We don't need this. I need you to be stronger. I need you to stand from a place of righteous. You know what I mean? Like this, I'm afraid. Are you afraid? So you know what? Like this is why we got to where we are today, because we're too afraid. You know what I mean? I know, but Barbara, I'm saying this. I know it can be tough, but this is what I'm saying. Don't be afraid. And it's like, don't be afraid. This is not real. Okay? Don't be afraid, guys. This is the thing, Barbara. Like, don't go there. You know what I mean? I know I know whenever I say this, but I say this to you because I want you to get stronger. You know what I mean? Like, I'm afraid. Who cares? Like, this is the life and death of the country. If you're afraid, the country's gonna die. I'm serious. Like, this is the time when each one of us has to look at fear in the eye and say, you know what? You're just an illusion. Okay? That's what they're counting on. Okay? So you know what I mean? Serious, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean it, Barbara, but I mean in a good way, because it's just, guys, that nowadays you cannot accept fear. Don't accept fear. It's not acceptable. Okay, so really, so, oh, he's being threatened. Okay, I think, okay, guys, seriously, I'm serious. If they threaten Roberts, the country, he knows he's gonna die. Nobody wins with the mob. The moment you fall, The moment you fall nowadays, guys, this is a situation, life or death of the country. Look at what's happening. If they become, this is the time where you cannot make concessions. It's possible, but I don't think at this time the people that have something in them, they have been woken up. I'm serious. If there's if there's a 1/10 of soul in that guy, he's gonna do something about it. Okay. And I know I said before, you know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a thing. So I just think it's like not, it's not, and I know, guys, unfortunately there's a lot of readers that push, that make people afraid. This is what I was telling you. If you feel afraid after watching a person, I don't care who it is, it's not legit. It's not a good thing. You're supposed to help people to see things from a perspective that empowers them. You know what I mean? So I think if that's where it's coming from, it's knowledge is like the energy is not correct. So anyway, I rant here, I rant. Okay, but it's true. I have to say, I feel like that's my dude every time I say it. Okay, but really, okay, now let's say here about Roberts. Okay, so Roberts, what is he gonna? He's like, it's so funny. I see Roberts is very unlike him. I guess he's gonna be at his house. He's putting his feet up in his desk. It's like, Trash, I wrote down your bullshit. I've been counting your bullshit. I knew my time was gonna come. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm coming here. Oh, did you remember when you laughed at me? Do you remember? I remember. I remember. I remember when you were making fun of me. Yeah. Oh yeah, Trash. Guess what? I'm the head of Supreme Court. You're not. You're criminal. I know. I know you're criminal. Because I know it's weird, guys, but there's some of these people that are like kind of right wing, but I don't understand how they can be, they're not perfect, but there's something about them. Sometimes they have a spine on them. Okay, sometimes. So I feel like it's very possible. I do not see him being afraid. I think he's actually been waiting for this moment. From this moment. Da-na-na-na. That's how talk about the Shania Twain song. Okay. So from this moment, you will belong. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so so I feel like he's been waiting for this. Okay, so but I mean, just to confirm. Okay, so what is he gonna do? What's going on with Roberts? What is he thinking? What is he gonna do? Okay, let's see here. Okay, because guys, I think honestly, and I know, like I said, I can sound like an asshole sometimes, but you know what it is that I think we have to be held. I'm gonna hold everybody accountable. You should hold me accountable too. Like, if you're afraid and you don't confront certain things, you help the guy who's not, who's being killed, like, get away, because you're afraid. You cannot be afraid to confront injustice, and this is should be true of everybody. Okay. Okay, yeah, so yeah, angry, I angry here. Oh, look, very nice. Look where the our guys is so good. I love it. Oh, huh. There's somebody at the White House. I have an appointment here. Yeah, I have an appointment. Who is it? Hello? Ooh. Who's that? It's coming. Sorry, just having fun here. Sorry, laughing. So it's kind of funny. Okay, so so no, so in other words, the question is like, what is it gonna do about it? Look, so we have here the debt, the quid pro quo. Okay, hidden, and then we have a lot of money, and then the woman, now lack of loyalty. Okay, so it could also be a person who's like pretends to be good, or doesn't necessarily, I don't think it's necessarily about a person. Oh look, they were waiting, that's right, waiting too long, but they really were waiting. It's kind of funny because it goes with what I was saying about, actually, about the Roberts. Now this is a mistake, this is the good people, or loyalty. This is a person crying, so it's not good for the hand, not good. Angry, so okay, so he's angry, and this is going, in fact, there's nothing about fear. In fact, the opposite. This is willpower. Okay, and this is personal finances of Trump, and this is the White House, and then the death. So the death happens to the White House through the personal finances of Trump. And yeah, so no, I don't feel like he's afraid at all. Okay, so this is a mistake. And he's going, this to me, the chariot is actually the opposite of fear, is discipline and determination. Okay, so he's not afraid at all. I think this is the anger. I do think, guys, for some reason, that who the person angry here is not Trump, it's him. It's like, guess who's calling? Justice Roberts. Did you threaten my family? Did you look at me weird? Hmm? I remember. Did you look at me weird the other day? Oh yeah? Write it down, bitch. Your time is coming. Oh yeah. Vengeance is a dish better served cold. Yeah, yeah. He's angry, guys. I think he's enjoying. You know how I tell you, okay, guys. Sometimes I say that I have this image. Sometimes it's bad that I have this image of me. Like sometimes, if I ran into like Sheryl Sandberg, I would slap her. Or if I ever saw like those people like the brother of Jared Kushner, I would grab his face and smash it in a plate of pasta. But the way that I think about it, he thinks about Trump, but he actually has the ability to do something. You know what I mean? Like, how I'm like always imagining this, but I can't do it. I would not really, would I do that? Maybe I would like throw pasta at the face of the guy, but really, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's imagining all this, like enjoying. He's so angry. He's like, is this, the day's coming to that. So they're coming. Yeah. He's very excited about it. Yeah. Karma. I have a gift for you, President. It's my friend Miss K. What's it? K? Who's that? Karen? No, Karma. so, so that's what I think he's thinking. He thinking. Oh yeah, thinking. Okay, yeah, yeah. Do you think Kavanaugh would save you, guys? But I also think that Kavanaugh is also opportunist enough. You know how he said, "But I love," Kavanaugh in Supreme Court. He's like, "Oh, I love Ruth." I love Ruth. She's so great. He's such a fake person. He's so fake. Like, oh, I love Ruth. But he's capable of pretending to be a good person just to get what he wants. Okay, he's very fake, as we know. So if he realizes that the tide is going against him, he's gonna go. You know what I mean? So he doesn't look so bad. He's survival, guys. Okay, we know Kavanaugh is not legit. We know that. Okay, we know that he's not legit. He's not legit. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So, oh my god, guys, this is interesting. Okay, my god, it's been an hour. It's usually 2 hours, but let me just go. Okay. So this is good. So in other words, just to recap, okay? Just recap, because I have to go back to the questions. There's more questions. The bottom line is that, okay, so just to recap, guys, I'll close my eyes here so I don't get distracted. But okay, so first is a question about all these like fake protesters. The FBI has been listening on them. They could be arrested. They're probably gonna be arrested, and Barr is not gonna know exactly where they are located, so he'll not be able to like prevent them from like the stuff from coming out. A, B, Barr and Trump are kind of trying to keep up the like the chaos so that they can use it to distract when the situation about Flynn comes out around or by June 10th. Stuff is gonna come out. As Barr and Trump are focused on trying to cover up the Flynn situation, they are surprised by the Supreme Court coming out maybe a little bit earlier with a ruling. I don't know exactly when, guys, but it comes out and they're somehow unexpected, and it rules against Trump. It rules against Trump. And somebody asked about Roberts. I said Roberts is, Roberts is not, Roberts is not afraid. He's been waiting for this. Okay, so so that's the story. So that's where we are now. Okay, so then now let's go back. Then going back here, guys, to okay, okay, so this is the thing. Unite the country. There's in the meantime, there's all these protests happening. Okay, so how are we going to unite the country? That's part one. And then the other question I have is, okay, this is the thing. I know it always goes back to this, but guys, did you notice? I'm sure you noticed that they already have the military now in the streets in some cities. Okay, what is it called, National Guard, like I said before, now, but not doing exactly what we not yet, for the president. But what is the military, how is the military looking at what's happening? Do they know the Russia, what I'm saying is like, and what is Chris Wray doing? What are they thinking? Because someone said, oh, what about Chris Wray? For some reason, guys, actually I have to look into him today now, because I kind of trust him still. I know he's quote unquote investigating the thing about Flynn, but I think he's doing it just to appease Barr. Okay, I just somehow I kind of trust him still. I don't think he's totally compromised. Okay, I think he has to survive. You know, I think he has to survive. So that's my question. Where is he at right now? What is Chris Ray at? And then the other question, what are the other people, like, let's say in these intelligence agencies, are they getting ready to get Trump? Because they're noticing, guys, the guy's out of control, he's right or not, or what the hell, what is up with people that could take him down? What's going on? Okay, let's see. Because, okay, guys, if it wasn't enough, we already have COVID. Can you imagine? This is not just the only thing. Imagine it would be enough if it was the only thing, but there's two or three things that are happening at the same time. Okay, so first of all, what's going on with Chris Ray? So, guys, it's so interesting. As you know, he was appointed to be supposedly because he was connected, like he worked in a law firm that protect a lot of the Russians. Okay, but I've had this feeling about him from the beginning that he actually likes his work a lot, and he really feels fulfilled. He really feels fulfilled with the work that he does. He wants to protect the FBI, but he knows how to play the game. I think I don't think he cares about himself as much as he cares about he knows that he is a person that has to stay in power so that, so he gives them little things, you know what I mean, or gives them things so that they are happy. But because with the thing we know about the Trump administration, okay, with the thing about the Trump administration, as we know, if you go and say Trump is a horrible person, you're going to be fired the next day. There's no question about it. It's not even new. It's predictable. Okay, so like, so this is the thing, right? So I think he knows because he knows these guys from before. So I feel like he's kind of plays a game of not hide and seek, but he's kind of, he's like playing, doing what, quote unquote, what he wants, but not really. Okay. So what is going on with Chris Ray in the midst of this, and what are the other people, would say the military, Pentagon, whatever, like the chiefs of staff, what are they thinking about the situation? Okay, so I think, and this is not new to us, guys. They are very worried. Okay, the military is worried. They're observing stuff outside the country. They know that there's some foreign influence in these actions that are happening here. Like, guys, honestly, it's like the Russians, I think, or whoever are financing terrorists, like they are doing in Europe. Those fake protests I was talking about before. That's part one. Now, part two is that now what I understand is actually makes a lot of sense, and I have to look at the cards. I have to tell you this. Chris Ray, particularly, I see that he knows, especially, that makes a lot of sense now, that with the, wanting Buente to resign, he needs to act fast or he's next. You know what I mean? He knows that, like, the knife is coming towards him, and that if he, it's like that. That's what I was saying, guys. We have to try. I mean, well, I don't want to get too hopeful about anything, of course, because we don't know, right? Because there's a lot at stake all the time. But for some reason, I feel like he may just blow up the whole thing before he goes down. If he, because I think he feels that, like, it's like, imagine a serial killer is in the building. Like, okay, guys, let's get real. Barr, he got rid of Epstein. Let's get real. Barr is capable of anything. If he gets rid of that guy, then he gets rid of you. You know what I'm saying? You're next. Like, nobody's safe, unless if you work for the Russians, you're safe. Otherwise, you're not safe. So he's gonna go after you. It doesn't take a lot of brains to realize that. So I think in the situation of these white supremacists may give him an opportunity. But I don't know, guys. I don't know exactly how it works, because at the same time, Barr, he could say, I'm not going to sign this or that. So I don't know. But let's find out with the cards. Okay, what is Chris Ray's situation? What kind of person is he? Can he be trusted? Is he on our side at this point today? Okay, let's just say today. I don't care about his past, or just today, the situation as is he going to help? Because I remember, guys, the vision I had about the last day of Barr. I see that he is the guy who meets Barr in his office. Okay, and he hands him the information, like, you're indicted now, let's leave, or something like that. But let's see, let me just continue to see. Okay, let's see where he's at right now. It's a tough question. So, okay, so Chris Ray, what's up? Okay, what's going on with him? Oh, oh, I don't know. I actually don't think it's necessarily bad. Okay, for this. Important revelations. Ah, interessante, fine, interessante. Enemy, okay, so what is this? Okay, so victory upside down. And then, okay, traps. So what is going to happen? What's the final outcome for him? Yeah. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, so guys, the situation is interesting. Now we have the king upside down, the mad king, I think it could be the bully king. Okay, the tower, it means like honestly, don't you think that what we're living right now today is the tower? It's like everything is falling apart. It feels like it's right. It's this implosion of this system that is trying to stay afloat and it can't. So so the crazy guy, everything is hitting the fan. Now the Ace of Wands is a really interesting card because it means action, immediate action. So okay, so you know what I'm saying? I feel like he thinks, okay, shit's hitting the fan, time to act. Okay, that's what I get from this. Now, guilty, the guilty king. Now, mounted long-term problems or sanctions, guilty sanctions, and now whip is fighting or aggression. So in other words, he sees that shit is hitting the fan. He's guilty. There's a lot of problems, and the aggression is here. In other words, it's not a passive situation where it's almost like he can't really afford to stay quiet or to not do anything because the country is not imploding, but that's what they want. Okay. And here we have happiness. Okay. So happiness. Okay. Happiness about something. Happiness baby. No, the baby, happiness baby, deal with baby. And now this is the sickness or the illness. Okay. So okay, just actually make it one more here. Okay, so here we have, okay, good luck. Okay, and then we have the important revelation. So so there's information, and now what is this information about? The enemy. Okay, the enemy and baby, the sanctions, everything is falling apart. And then you have the woman upside down. Now there's this woman card. I don't know what necessarily suggests here. I don't know exactly what it is. Doesn't necessarily matter. It could be a kind of let's see here. What is it? Like the country or somebody. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily matter the person. Okay, then I pull this card, the trap, which be he's stuck, or or Trump is trapped and the victor is upside down. So guys, it's an extremely volatile situation. I feel like, okay, that he knows the Trump, and I feel like if you connect these two cards here are very positive. Like this is like happiness and this is the great fortune. So it's almost like he, in the midst of the chaos and danger, he sees an opportunity because he knows about this revelation of Trump's connection to the enemy. Okay. So then we have, I want to talk about this. So then I asked, and what is the ultimate outcome for him? Ace of Cups upright is a great card, is happiness. It's also something, it's the hand of God card. Okay, so something comes from the sky, fulfillment. So it's being in the right place. Then you have the house, it could be the White House. Then we have gute damit again, the woman, it doesn't necessarily matter who. And then we have work, so happy work. Okay, and then you have the trip upside down. So for some, I wonder if he's going to work for Nancy. Is that Nancy? Nancy, is that you, Garla? Garla, huh? Garla, 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 huh? Is that you? Hmm? Garla, hmm? Huh? Is that you, Garla? No, I don't get excited. Okay, but but I feel like it's possible. In other words, I think, okay, guys, because this is not okay. We don't want to be in a situation where we have this like a kind of like a childish, reductive understanding of the situation. But the situation of Chris Ray is very dangerous, very dangerous. We saw, okay, so he sees an opportunity and he knows that because guys, what's happened? Okay, let's put ourselves in his position. What options does he have? He has the option of doing exactly what Barr wants and staying his job. He has the option of which I think he's doing now, kind of like trying to juggling, pretending he's doing what Barr wants. And then that has a deadline. He's not going to be able to like do this for very long. And the other last option is that he kicks the table. He's like, bitch, I have the information, bye, see you later. And I think that is what he's going to do. you know because guys, think about it. I think if you're a person who has any degree of integrity, okay, any integrity, the moment you give a little bit to these guys, like you decide to bend over, you don't have a job anymore. You're just, even though you have a high level job, you don't really have a job. You're just there to follow orders. You don't really do anything. You have no, and I do not believe that he's that type of person. I don't think, I could be wrong, but I think he really enjoys the FBI. And the other thing that I have seen is that I mean, this is also obvious, that he knows what happens to people. They're going to go after him anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? So, if he, you know what I mean? So, it's not as if if he doesn't do anything, he knows what's going to happen. So, he might as well do something because this is the opportunity. So, it's more about his legacy. I think what he's really thinking is about his legacy, okay? And that's what I told you guys. I think he sees the situation, the very dangerous situation of what's going on in the country. There's a white supremacist, okay? Then he's like, I have to act, and I could connect them together, and you know what I mean. And I feel like it's a moment, guys. I hope this is what I was saying, and that goes back to the image I saw at the beginning of the reading today, which is the angels. I hope that there's the people that have a little bit of, they don't have to be perfect, but they have a little bit of soul left in them, you know, that they will do something because they know, especially Chris Ray, he knows what happened to people in the FBI. They go down. They don't care. They hate the FBI. They always talk shit about the FBI. Why should the FBI bend for them? You know? So I feel like it's that, okay? It's the situation. That's what I think, okay? Okay, so wow. So then okay, so now let's go back here to the protests and George Floyd, okay? So okay, so let's go back. How does this whole situation end? And all these protests and all these things. And okay, guys, they're saying, Rosie, how you saw the military. Actually, it's happening now. They thought they were going to wait longer, but they're going to have to do it sooner rather than later. Guys, remember when I told you before, I saw the things like there was a military in DC. Remember I told you before, like they would close down. It seems like actually it's closer than I imagined. It's now, isn't it? It's probably happening there, or it's going to happen there or something. It's not that far away. Okay, you know what, guys? And again, I don't know. Timing is very difficult. I don't want to go there. It's a different type of timing, But what I understand here, okay, is that this is the thing: is that if they could, this makes a lot of sense. I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, Trump, we're gonna go get the Antifa people. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll be right back. And then they come. They have the little thing, handcuff for him, mini handcuff for him, handcuff, handcuff, handcuff for him, handcuff for him, little one, little for him. So so it makes sense, in a way. Like, it would not be completely crazy if the situation is what it is, and clearly Barr and Trump want, since Barr wants like this whole thing to continue, it makes sense that they could kind of, it's not they would turn, but let's get real, guys. Let's get real, let's like backtrack a little bit. If they're gonna, like I saw, in order to, like, once they start arresting the white supremacist people, they're gonna go after their financial backers at the same time. If they go after the financial backers, the chances are, and whose face I say this, I see DeVos. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So all this stuff, I think you kind of gotta have to do it at once. You know what I mean? Okay, and say the go maybe in turmoil. The whole government is already in turmoil, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. And they're trying now they're getting to the FBI now. They're removing the FBI lawyer who's very respected. And so what is next? The next step for them is to own the FBI completely. Okay, I'm serious. So this is, either the country, like, if that happens, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's over. Like, I'm not saying it's over, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's just that this is like the last legs. Okay, like I said, I don't want you guys to be afraid, but the country is on its last legs. The rule of law is on its last legs, okay? If we don't do something now, then they're gonna, you know what I mean? They could do anything they want. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the noise, guys, it's kind of scary. I'm not, oh no, no, I'm not gonna go out there. Imagine, no, no way I'm gonna go out. But it's kind of okay. So okay, so what's happened? Okay, guys, I'm just saying what happens. Okay, what happens just next? Okay, I know after this. Okay, just quickly. I don't know whether I even have enough cards. Okay. Yeah, so information exposed about Trump and, like, okay, the other guy, yeah, the money and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, so that's the thing, guys. I don't know. Again, timing is complicated, but I just think we know the country. You know what it is like. There used to be, okay. You know how, like, oh, we used to see the propaganda. The New York Times is like, oh, let's look at both sides or whatever. Now you see the consequence of this, both sides. This is, the guys. I'm not saying this is going to happen like this, but this is the thing about Hitler. It took Hitler many years to get to the concentration camps. Okay, he was elected in 1933. Concentration camps, I believe they started in 1939, if I'm correct. Okay, so like, you know what I mean. So 6 years. Okay, so like, so you know what I'm saying. So like, it's slowly they just creep up and creep up until they. So this is the thing. Okay, so just I'm gonna ask here. So are we safe? Are we gonna survive this? Are we safe? Are we gonna survive this? Yeah. I see McCain, and he's putting his arm around Patton. Okay, and so this is the thing. It's a But guys, I told you before, it's not, hold on tight. Don't get, don't have you're not gonna have tantrums. But like I said, like the lady Barbara, if you're gonna have a tantrum, get over yourself. Okay, get over yourself, because this is a tough time. We guys have to be tough and stay strong, and find stability inside of yourselves. I've been saying this for a long time. It's shit's hitting the fan. Okay, I'm serious, but I think we're gonna win, but it's not gonna be easy. Like I said, it just because, if it was easy, then George Lloyd would not be dead by, if it was, you know what I mean. If the situation wasn't serious. Okay, so you know what I mean. So this is the thing. It's like, yes, because if we had like gone beyond the comfort zone, we would not have been in the situation, but we didn't. So now, that's what the price that we're paying. Yeah, but no, but you know what I'm talking about, Barbara, right? I'm saying, like, you cannot be afraid. You can't be afraid. That's what I'm saying. It's not about you. That's the point. It's not about you. It's not about. It's about the stuff of the country. This is about not being afraid. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mean to be harsh, but I have to tell you guys, everybody, this is not because Barbara is gonna get worse. I'm telling you, it's gonna get a lot worse. So hold tight. Don't be afraid. Okay. But it's gonna be very intense times, and times of, like, looking at television is gonna be scary and crazy. But I think we're gonna survive it. But you cannot have a tantrum. Okay, right now, it's tough. It's like I say, it's unstable. It's complicated. But you can't, like, oh my god, oh my god. It is what it is. There's a reason why we're going through this. We're alive at this time, and we have to be strong. Okay, and it's not like we get bombs on top of it. It could be worse. There's many people in the world. You know what I mean? You know, so okay, so okay, so that's what I was saying. Like, be tough. This is the time. Like, you have to be tough. Like, find the light inside of yourselves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's important. This is the time. This is the time to provide support to others also, and to think. And I think, guys, the situation that we're on, is like, so that we're on is like, is that we have to help the people that are the most, most vulnerable right now. Okay, so because it's tough. Okay, it is what it is. So okay, so don't be afraid, like I said, but don't, you know what I mean. Like now, it's like tough love times, really. But really, guys, it's because I'm preparing you for this stuff. It's coming. It's coming. It's now. It's already now. You know what I mean? So until the trash leaves, it's gonna be like this. But you cannot get scared. Okay, because it's tough. Times are tough, but it is what it is, and we're gonna get through it. Okay. So okay. Oh my God, they're intense. So okay, sorry, but I didn't mean to be harsh, but like I said, I cannot be holding hand. You know what I mean? I'm being tough a lot of times. Okay, because it is what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna go, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think I feel much better. I feel much better. Okay. I feel much better, honestly, and I'm gonna listen to this tomorrow. Okay. um I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna listen to this tomorrow because it's a lot. Today was a lot of information. You know what I mean? It's just like I need to like put it inside of myself. Remember, because you know how it is. Like sometimes I do readings, I even forget what it says because it has a lot. And I've been doing so many lately. So okay, but have a good Sunday, okay, and stay strong and be strong. You're all strong. Everybody's strong. But it's not gonna. It's unprecedented times, and we have trash. Okay. So I think it's gonna be good, okay? It's gonna be good. All right? I will survive, okay? Oh my God. Oh my God, exactly. So it's just, guys, can you believe it? And now I feel like, you know what it is? Oh my God, can I tell you? This is kind of crazy. I think we're finally arriving at the time of the vision. Isn't that crazy? Like, if you don't you think now we have the military on the street already? Isn't that crazy? It's crazy, but it is what it is, you know? So, so, so anyway. So, okay, so stay strong, okay? And have a good evening, okay? All right. See you later, alligators, okay? All right. Okay. 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 So, and your uncle's here too, Marcy. I feel like he, I see him saying hello to you, okay? He's good. The uncle, your uncle, who was the most decorated soldier from Vietnam War, okay? So, is that right? No, or the other war, but he's there. He's kind of like a rebel. Okay. All right. I'll see you later, guys. Have a good evening. Okay. Okay. Bye.